Water is the one utility we truly cannot live without. Over 60% of our bodies are made of water, and humans depend on water to drink, cook, clean, and function. It is our most basic need. And Detroit Water and Sewage shuts down service for anyone who can't pay their bills within 60 days. So why can't we pay our bills? Buckle up, fam. Let me tell you about the urban legend that is Detroit's water system. The water system in Detroit is one of the largest water and sewer systems in the U.S. It services more than 40% of Michigan population, serving Detroit and the surrounding metro area. When the mayor of Detroit announced that the city would run out of cash by April 2012, he asked the state for help with the city's $45 million shortfall. Instead of distributing wealth evenly with Detroit and the rest of the state, Rick Snyder, the governor of Michigan, took the most drastic approach and declared Detroit bankrupt on July 18, 2013. At that time, Detroit Water and Sewage was nearly $5 billion in debt. For some mysterious reason, Rick Snyder and his emergency managers decided to split the department and create the Great Lakes Water Authority because, well, we still have no idea. It was decided in a private meeting, not open to the public or any elected officials. Even the Detroit mayor was excluded. The secret deal was that Detroit would continue to own the infrastructure that was built by us, the ratepayers. But the Great Lakes Water Authority would make all decisions regarding infrastructure, maintenance, and payments. It's messed up, and here's why. Great Lakes Water Authority has 6 representatives, and 0 of them were elected into this position. Detroiters make up only 14% of the water system and are stuck footing the bill for the maintenance and upkeep of the entire system. Detroit residents are personally paying rates that are 5 times higher than they were a dozen years ago, all while having our service cut off if we fall slightly behind. And just how much are we paying? I thought you'd never ask. Check this out. Detroit Water and Great Lakes Water Authority service 4.35 million people. Detroit makes up 14% of that population. And guess what? That 14% is mostly black or below the poverty line. Apart from the straight-up racism and classism of making Detroiters responsible for almost half of Michigan's water upkeep, the leasing system we pay into is even worse. In an attempt to make up the $5 billion deficit, Great Lakes Water Authority agreed to pay a yearly $50 million cost to lease the water system. Wayne County, which makes up 40% of the metro area population, leases the system at $10.5 million a year, or 20% of the total $50 million lease. Oakland, which is 28% of the population, pays 24% of the lease. Macomb is 18% of the population and pays 20% of the lease. And Detroit's 600,000 population pays a whopping 35% of the lease. Why does Detroit's population shoulder so much of the burden? The cherry on top of this rusty lead-filled sundae is that Detroit water customers are subject to a new drainage tax that penalizes customers for having impervious surfaces that cannot absorb water. Translation: Detroit Water is officially charging people more for something as simple as owning a driveway or a roof that can't absorb rain. It's the most pathetic money grab in the history of big water. And it's a direct assault on poor and minority communities. Once again, this was all without a public vote, which violates our state law that requires a public vote before any new tax or tax increase. The worst part is that none of these bills will go towards fixing Detroit's aging water system. It's only going towards maintaining it. No improvements are scheduled, and as the system continues to grow older, ratepayers can expect to see their bills increase every year without seeing our system updated. Hope you like the taste of lead, because it's here to stay. Our city has been through a lot. Many of us are living way below our means. But water's the one thing we cannot live without. And Detroit Water and Sewage and its Richard Play cousin, the Great Lake Water Authority, know it. These unfair costs from Detroit Water and Great Lakes hurt property owners, business owners, new investors to Detroit, low-income and minority communities who are already struggling to make ends meet, and community partners like congregations that purchase and protect vacant parcels with impervious areas. What we need is not a tax that pretends it isn't, but a fair way of sharing the burden and a reevaluation of this deal that has left Detroiters to drown. At Moses, we are working hard to make sure Detroit communities don't get screwed over by closed companies that don't care about their public customers. But we need your help. By banding together with other congregations in our community, we hope to create a coalition 1,000 strong and invite the mayor to stand strong with us in his efforts to reduce this unfair burden. To do that, we need you to pass on the message. Speak to your community, congregation, and neighborhood about how together we have a chance to defeat this insane tax. By putting pressure on our elected officials, we have a chance to not only overturn this unfair burden, we have a chance to create a safe and equitable water system for our city. Water that is free of lead, drainage fees, and affordable for generations to come.